You know guys, over here on DenDenBMX, I kind of make it my goal to be as relatable as humanly possible. That way there's just that extra little bit of connection between you and I. And that's why I think today it's very appropriate that we review this $1,000 Balisong that I won in a giveaway. What is up guys, DenDenBMX here, and today we are going to be unboxing, reviewing, and flipping the Geof Dumas EX-10.
Flashback.
Alright guys, I'm sorry the lighting in this portion of the video is probably going to be abysmal. I can't wait, so let's unbox it. Oh, what's this? Spare parts. Let's check it out. Here we go. Ooh, and inside we have an incredibly nice pouch. Grand reveal in 3, 2, 1. Just admiring this thing through its foreskin, but let's actually open it up. Whoa, that feels a lot different than what I was expecting. That is nuts. These handles feel crazy. I knew the texture was probably going to be grippy, but I didn't think it'd feel like this. Dude, this thing is so cool. Oh my gosh. Okay, I need to go like flip it. Okay. Continuing on with the rest of the video. You know, it's kind of really hard flipping filming videos. Yeah, it's kind of hard filming flipping videos because I usually get sidetracked just flipping the Balisong, and then the clip I end up having to edit is like 30 minutes long. But as I was saying, today we're going to be taking a look at the Geof Dumas EX-10. But before we get into the review and the flipping and the story of how I got this Balisong, let's take some time and do the good old annoying YouTube speech that I know everybody loves. You know, I used to make fun of people like me, but you know, that algorithm, it twists you. It turns you into someone you never thought you would be. Really, it just comes down to based off evidence, actually saying this stuff actually compels people to actually do this stuff more. So that's why I always do it at the beginning of the video. So if you guys go on to enjoy this video, I would really appreciate it if you let me know and help support the engagement on this video by leaving a like, leave a comment, give me your thoughts and opinions. And of course, if you enjoy the content here on the channel and you haven't already, make sure you hit the subscribe button. It really helps me out and I'd really appreciate it. So let's talk about the backstory of how I came to acquire this Balisong. As we all know, I have dove headfirst back into the Balisong community, and I've been having a lot of fun catching up, meeting all these new people, and one of them is this awesome guy who goes by Modern Balisong on Instagram. And this guy loves the Balisong community so much that once he hit 2,000 followers on Instagram, he did a giveaway. Now, if you were in his position, you may have given away something like a CCC, or maybe even something like a Nibali's trainer, possibly even a BB Barfly, or maybe even a Squiddy. Some of you may be a little more generous than that, and may choose to give away something like a Mako, or a Triton, or maybe even an Atropos. And some of you may be really generous, and may choose to give something away like a BRS Replicant, or maybe a Squid Kraken. But guys, Modern Balisong is quite literally built different. And he chose to give away a top tier Grail status Balisong that retails for about $1,000. That of course being the Geof Dumas EX-10, which is really cool. And I saw that he was doing the giveaway on Instagram, so I went ahead, I gave him a follow, I followed everyone else I needed to, I left a comment, and then I waited. And just like with every other giveaway that I've ever entered in my entire life, the odds are that I probably wasn't going to win. But you do it just on the off chance that you do actually win, which would be a very pleasant surprise. And boy was it. I woke up and I was not even there. And I got a DM from Modern, and all it said was, guess what? And guys, I'm a mess when I wake up, so I thought I was still dreaming, so I didn't believe it at first, but then I realized like, hey, I'm actually awake. And somehow I won this damn giveaway, and I done shitted. I was so stoked. It was the coolest thing. I've never won a giveaway before, ever. And like, I mean, I'm glad this is the one that I won. And yeah, after I won this giveaway, me and Modern started talking more and becoming friends. He's a really cool guy, and you guys really should go give him a follow, not just because this video wouldn't be possible without him, but also because he is one of my tier 3 channel members, along with my other boy, Cosmic Steez. And you know what? I'm even gonna shout out my other tier 2 member, Demano, because he was my first ever member. That's right, guys. This is actually just a very expertly crafted extension of my little tool speech in order to catch you guys off guard. So if you really like this channel and you want to know the best way to support it, as well as myself, maybe consider joining the channel membership. Tiers start as low as $3. When you do join the membership, even if it's at tier 1, you get access to preferential treatment in the comments section, as well as access to all the exclusive members only videos. And depending on how high up the tiers you go, you could also get access to some early releases of videos every now and then. You can make it to where your voice is heard in the members only polls that help shift the direction and the content of this channel. And of course, like we just did for those 3 dudes, you could also possibly get a shout out in my videos. Now I am really done being a tool, so let's bring you guys over here and take a closer look at this EX-10. All right guys, let's take a nice up close look at this gorgeous knife. Here's a good up close look at the milling and the handles. I believe that the handle pattern is Geof's name in Morse code, which is a very cool little touch. As you can see, I have number 262. On the other side, we have a real nice GD signature. Now, the blade steel on this here Grail is 154 CPM steel, not 154 CM, it's CPM, which provides a hardness of 60 RC according to the specs. These pivots have 440C bushings guiding them along with some nice bronze phosphorus washers. And then for the handles, we have some very thick and chunky titanium slabs that are made out of 6 AI4V titanium, which I'm assuming is going to be a pretty damn high grade considering the price of this thing. And of course, we have the awesome milled texture. And then this thing has stainless steel spacers and T8 screws holding it all together. Get a nice up close look at the milling on the blade itself. It looks gorgeous. All right, I raised you guys up a little bit. Now here is the official sound test for my EX-10. There you have it, boys. All right, there's your nice little up-close look at it. Now let's go see how this thing flips. So, how does this thing flip? It's definitely interesting. Like, obviously, as you can see, you can still very clearly flip with this thing, but this bad boy, stock with these stainless steel spacers, is really handle bias. I'm like a guy that kind of likes handle bias, but this is a little too much. Just enough handle bias really helps with momentum, but if there's too much of it, it can kind of really mess up and ruin the momentum. So it's really hard to kind of keep a consistent flow going, just because there's so much ass weight that it just throws the balance off and it just wants to kind of do weird stuff sometimes. Now, the cool thing about the EX-10s is that you can go onto Geof Dumas's website and you can buy alternate spacers in the back. I believe you can get titanium ones, you can get more stainless steel ones. I believe you can even get brass ones, probably even aluminum ones as well. And that will change the balance on this thing quite a bit. I don't know why this doesn't come with titanium spacers stock. I really think it should. I really think that would make it a really good flipper right out of the box, on top of being this gorgeous work of art. Stock with these stainless steel spacers, it's just a little too heavy in the back. But as you can see, I can pretty much still do everything that I like doing. I can choker fan, I can do all these little rollovers and twirls, and I can still time aerials pretty well. Parabolics work pretty good on it. It does flip good, and you can do tricks on it with relative ease once you get used to it, but it's just the flow of it kind of gets messed up, and like trying to link stuff together, and just there's some stuff that it doesn't really like a whole lot. And because of the blade design, there's not a whole lot of blade here, especially up at the end, to really counterbalance all the weight back here. So it does kind of make it a little bit of a wonky flipper, but I'm sure that with titanium spacers or even aluminum spacers, this thing would become much more of a neutral flipper and would in turn end up flipping a lot better. You can still do most stuff with it, it's just you gotta be kind of careful, because sometimes it does want to do weird stuff. Sometimes it just wants to like kind of dead stop. Ladders can get a little wonky and you gotta be careful. You don't really want to throw it into your face. Trying to do all that stuff fluid and fast, that's when it gets kind of a little wonky and then can get messed up. And you just gotta be careful doing that and be really aware of that, because if it does mess up, it's a pretty good chance you might get cut. I like it, but there's just so much gosh darn weight on the ass of this thing that it just throws it off a little bit, and it makes flipping it a little bit harder than a lot of other Balisongs. But I think if Geof would just like ship these stock with the titanium spacers, or maybe even the aluminum ones, that could help this thing become a lot better of a flipper. I think flippability wise, I would probably give this thing maybe like 5.5, 6 out of 10, somewhere around there. It's just this balance that it comes with stock really isn't the best. And I'm not trying to diss Geof or anything. This is a fantastic product. It's just for me personally, the balance isn't really my cup of tea. I'm also trying to be really careful with it. That's why we're sitting down for the flipping demo, so that when I do drop this thing, it drops on carpet and it doesn't fall very far, because I really don't want to tip this thing or mess it up in any real way. I really like it when my Balisongs look clean. I still have, ooh, got me. I wasn't paying attention and that balance just came and bit me a little bit. But don't demonetize me, YouTube. It's not the end of the world. But that's exactly what I'm talking about. Since I wasn't paying attention, it was just going on autopilot. I'm more used to a different kind of balance. So when this balance started doing a weird thing, it just came up and kissed me. So yeah, overall review, it flips good. I just wish it wasn't so handle biased. I'm gonna go clean this cut. All right, friends. Now before we wrap up this video, there's a couple more things that I would like to talk about. Throughout this video, you haven't seen me do a play test of it. And that is because when I got this thing, straight out of the box, it had tap. Now, I'm like the one guy on YouTube that really doesn't care about play and tap, and it's not like an abysmal amount of play and tap. See, that's how much play it has, which is just enough for it to have tap. The reason it has tap is because if you look at it through the side, these handles are thick, and so is the spine of the blade, and there is very little room for it to cleanly pass through there. So these things have to come with perfect bushings, or else they will have tap. And that's exactly what's happening with mine. I'm sure the bushings on mine are just like a pube oversized, and because of that, that results in just a little bit of play. And since this is a review of this product, I have to mention that out of the box, it did have play and tap. I know that there's gonna be some people out there that are gonna be like, oh, well, it's just a piece of shit then. But that's not the case. This is a fantastic product. Play and tap really isn't that big of a deal. When it gets too bad, it can affect the playability, but the main concern is the blade rubbing on the handles, and that can end up scuffing it up, and that just results in a visual blemish. Why am I mentioning this? Because I want to talk about what happened with a different Balisong brand. Now this Balisong brand is known as Black Balisongs. I believe they are from Mexico, and this guy seems like a pretty cool guy. I kind of followed him a little late, but from what it seemed like, he likes to do a lot of giveaways, and around Christmas time, he was doing a giveaway, and I guess what happened was there was a lot of miscommunication, and I guess it took a little too long for them to actually get a hold of their things. Maybe Black Balisong wasn't replying to them. I really don't know the full story about why it didn't get to them as fast as they were expecting, but when they did finally receive it, I guess it didn't live up to whoever won its standards, and he threw it in the toilet, because I guess it wasn't a finished product, and it had some dings on the handles, or just some stupid shit. I guess it didn't get a absolutely perfect product for free, and my god, it's one of the whitest things I've ever heard. Daddy, that's racist! Fuck you. Like, holy shit, the entitlement of some people is beyond me. I mean, I get that you could be expecting a pretty perfect product, but the reason a lot of stuff gets given away is because it's not perfect. And because it's not perfect, they give it away for free. Now that was not specified in the giveaway. I do believe whoever does the giveaway should reiterate and make sure that people know whether what they're getting is a brand new perfect product or a blemished non-perfect product. But still, I don't know how Zolos go for, but they're like full titanium and they're a pretty crazy design, so I imagine they're like $250 in that sort of range, and you won that for free. So I don't know why you'd post to your Instagram crying, saying that it's not perfect, trying to vilify and defame a maker who's given shit away for free just because it didn't live up to your standards. That is some of the most entitled, arrogant shit I've ever heard. And I'm not saying Black Balisongs is totally innocent in this situation. From what I've seen, his replies to what's happened is nothing but excuses and excuses, and you can look at that however you want to, but regardless, he gave away 2 expensive products, and just because they're a little blemished, you're gonna shit your pants over it and act like you've been wronged in some way, that's the reputation you want to have. Oh man, that's just like another textbook example of how the Balisong community is an embarrassment to itself. And now who am I to speak on this? Oh, I don't know, maybe the guy that won a thing that's a lot more expensive that also didn't come mind-blowingly perfect out of the box. But that's not the fucking end of the world. It's not a big deal. It's not even really a problem at all. And especially considering that I won a thing that retails for $1,000 for free, I'm not gonna bitch and moan and complain when it arrives to me not perfect. Instead, I'm gonna be grateful that I won a $1,000 Balisong for free. Oh man, you raised my blood pressure, whoever the fuck you are. Are you happy? Do you feel like a man? And the kicker was that Black Balisong actually offered for him to send it back, and he would send him a different one that's probably brand new, I'm assuming, so he doesn't fucking cry over it. I guess he told him to just go fuck himself. And because of that, he said he doesn't really want to give shit away anymore. And when the spoiled, entitled fucks that win his giveaway cry about it when it doesn't come mind-blowingly perfect, I can understand why he doesn't want to do giveaways anymore. Congratulations. You ruined something nice for the rest of the Balisong community. Whoever the fuck you are that won that giveaway, I hope you're happy that you ruined the Balisong community's reputation just a little bit more. Like, as if it fucking needed that. And I just want to say to Geof Dumas and to Modern Balisong personally, that even though this arrived with not perfect tolerances, I'm still extremely grateful that I won a Balisong that's a Grail. I would have not been able to afford this on my own, at least not without saving for months. So thank you for doing this giveaway. And thank you to Black Balisong for doing everything he does to contribute to the Balisong community. I'm sorry that a couple of shitheads are the one that won your product and ruined your enthusiasm for giving back to this community. If those dipshits want to literally throw away a thing that retails for like 250 bucks, that's on them. So yeah, I just wanted to get that off my chest because it really pissed me off. I don't know what it is, but something about these weird little niche toy knives really does seem to attract some of the most arrogant, the most entitled, the most ignorant, the most unintelligent people that I personally have ever come across in my life. And it makes me mad because it just drags this community down even more and makes us all look like that when we're not. Anyway, I'm done ranting. I probably added like 7 minutes to the video. I can't wait to edit that. But other than that, that is going to wrap up today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed. Once again, if you enjoyed, make sure to let me know and help support the engagement on this video by leaving a like, leave a comment, give me your thoughts and opinions. And if you really enjoy this channel and you haven't already, make sure you hit the subscribe button and hit the bell notification so you can be notified when the next Balisong review comes out, which is going to be pretty soon. I've got a couple more lined up. That's it for this video. Thank you guys once again so much for watching. I will see you guys next time.